Well, it is showtime on a Sunday live on Mass Page Tools. Stephen Brocklehurst over to the left side. I'm Daryl on the right. How are you, Stephen?
Very good. Yeah, really excited. And some good stuff tonight. Some very good stuff tonight.
Well, I
It's,
hope
it's,
so.
it's been a hard slog the last 2 days, getting stuff done and getting stuff sort of ready. And all that's left next week for me to do is convert all the ones that work with the Magic page into the new system. So all the standard ones are done. And I've got a directory one that is, if anyone got to see Mike Martin's video for when they did their live on Thursday, he created a site. And so I've taken all the code that he gave me and I've built a site myself and I've made it look pretty good. I laid it out the same, the text. I was copying his in a way, but I've designed it so you can change the menus as well, all in one hit across site wide.
Oh, it's awesome! So we'll get to take a look at that.
Loads to have a look at that. So yeah, it's a big change in the themes club, and all that's left to do is the Magic page ones, which will be done this week. They'll be all sorted and updated. So
we talked earlier in the week about the previous template that you were working on. Let's get that news right out of the way. What do you plan to do with that?
Right, that will be added to the members area tomorrow. It's gonna be just the way it works is to build a directory site. With the original one, you have to enter in each individual client or each individual business through the form, or get people to fill it in for you. All right. Mm-hmm. Now, I was holding back a bit because there was an inkling in the pipeline of what Mike and the team were doing. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't share anything for obvious reasons because I promised I wouldn't. And so they did that. And then, so I've now built one, which you'll see tonight. Mm-hmm. And anyone who's in Lead Gen Magic membership will have access to that, just to say you need Magic Page plugin for it to work. All right.
Well, the thing is like the way I look at those two directories, like the one you were working on, and the one that Mike was working on, they're different because the one that Mike's working on, there's a couple benefits of his. One is you get the data from the prospecting tool in Lead Simplify.
Yeah.
And it links up directly to it. So if you're trying to get those lead buyers to start buying leads from you, they might find their listing and they could upgrade it from there. So it has a direct connection to your Lead Simplify account if you do have Lead Simplify. Now, the directory that you were making and putting in your effort was a more robust, real, like a directory that people can sign up for listings and it would integrate with my form, or they could just use it with Elementor, right? So that's
right, and that is still the case with it. Mm-hmm. The only difference with it is you need to use WP Vivid to restore it as a complete site into WordPress, as per the current system with the Magic Form templates, right? And all the X fields in it. So that's what's happening with that one. That one's going to be uploaded tomorrow afternoon UK time. I was working hard to get stuff done for tonight for people to show them how the new system's going to work. So so one's a standalone one that works with the Magic Form. Works with the Magic Form. Doesn't work with Lead Simplify. Doesn't work with. It can work with Magic Page if you want it to. Magic Page plugin, and there is a page in there that can build multiple pages. Mm-hmm. The newer one is the one that you pull in the data from Lead Simplify, and you can pull in 50 local plumbers, for an example, and boom, you got yourself a plumbing directory built.
I see.
And so they're the difference. With the version that Mike's done, you'd simply offer people front page super listings to be featured, and otherwise. Give them a free listing, I guess, is a way. The idea of that version of the directory site is just to get sort of bums on seats as such, where you turn around someone, you're my free directory, now I can offer you leads. So there's a few different ways of using both of them.
They're different. Awesome. So we'll get to displaying that as more people jump on board. If you guys are tuning in the United States, it's a Super Bowl Sunday. Football, American football. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I think who's the other team? I'm not even paying attention this year. But I know that there's this the one quarterback, Tom Brady, who's been on. The New England Patriots is back in the Super Bowl, so you know how this is going to pretty much turn out. So you don't really need to watch that. But if you do need to watch it, we'll be on the replay, so you'll be able to watch this on the replay if you're a hard supporter of watching the Super Bowl every year. And we always have been. You know, we have the commercials in the Super Bowl that everybody loves to watch. So they like literally will spend millions of dollars just to produce a commercial, and it just really, it's sort of an American tradition, and everybody pigs out, eats all the snacks and appetizers and all that good stuff. So yeah, so that's what I'll be doing later.
Yeah. So no, it's really good. I mean, we don't get the Super Bowl in the UK. We have to, do some sort of magic pay-per-view thing, I think, to view it from here. but it's all good, We've got George there. Hello, George. Welcome on board tonight. And who else have we got here? We've got Andrew. Looking forward to because it's Monday live for him, isn't it? Yeah. Where he Monday is. Live. Sunday live for me. So it's and evening, Ted. How you doing? Nice to see you on here. And who else have we got here? We got Terry.
I like that. This is the Super Bowl pregame that people really pay attention to.
Now, can we ask a favor? If you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, and ring the bell, and share that. If you're on Facebook, share this out across your channels. It helps us to help other people in their business. So please do that for us. We would really appreciate it. And we love your interaction, and we love you guys being involved with everything we're doing.
Now, if you guys saw the Chris Palmer interview with me, go ahead and type Chris Palmer in the chat so that
it was brilliant. It was awesome.
There was a lot of knowledge bombs that we just kind of dropped off for you. Some stuff that I only tell my consulting clients. So so definitely let us know if you saw the Chris Palmer. Just type in Chris Palmer in the chat so we know that you did see it. All right.
Yeah.
We got a lot of new people joining the group because of that video. So that's really cool. I have a few new members. We have a few people that joined the YouTube. So now we're over we're 3 digits now. We're over 100 now. So wow. I'm really excited about that. Yeah. So
Terry,
I know it's not a lot.
Chris Palmer, by the way.
Yeah, Terry. All right. Good. If you have not watched it, take the time. I know it's a 2-hour interview, but we did talk about a lot of things related to SEO, related to lead gen, related to click-through rate, because that's one of the things that Chris talks about a lot is click-through rate manipulation. And we talk about the chicken or the egg, so to speak, because how do you get traffic without rankings, and how do you get traffic to support and keep those rankings up there until you've done something? And if you do a lot of backlinks, or you do a lot of other with mass page and different things, there are things that you have to watch out for, because you can definitely signal the wrong message back to Google about your properties. So you got to be really careful. So we have some really hot tips inside that interview, and so be sure to check it out, and you put your comments in if you'd like, give it a thumbs up, that kind of thing. All right. In fact, in that interview, we showed an Amazon version of my template, this simple template, I like to call it. And I'll take some time today to tell you a little bit of the news behind that. And so it's worth hanging on for that. And then what we're going to do is I have 4 domains that you get to pick from, and we're going to do a wheel of names. All right. So toward the end of this broadcast, we're going to take your first names and we're going to spin a wheel, and whoever it lands on gets to pick one of my domains, and I'll hand it over free of charge. Okay. So I've been a domain investor for a long time. I love to hunt them down, especially lead gen domains. So you get a chance to pick up a domain, typically over $1,000 value, and you grab it just for hanging in here with us. So
that's awesome. Just for being here live. And when the wheel comes up, it will say Stephen all the way around.
You want some of those domains? They're fun. Yeah, I like to pick them out. So I like brandables. I like exact match, things like that. So we'll reveal what those are coming up a little later in the call. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So I'm trying to think what else. So we're going to talk about those three things, and then your stuff. Is any other news to report before we get into your demo?
Not really. It's been a hard couple of days, and for those that follow me, apologies to you if I haven't got back to you or haven't messaged you back. I had to shut down social media for 2 days to get this up to date and get this done. And working with my dev, we had a few technical issues, and we fixed them all. All the bugs are gone. So the new way of doing this is absolutely fantastic. So it's getting there. And that's the excellent. I put a little note in the chat as well. Win a domain later, so that way then anyone who's sort of thinking of jumping on, they'll. I put a little note in the chat as well. They'll come in, so that's awesome.
Cool.
And I have to say, I stayed up till must have been gone 3 o'clock when you finished that interview with Chris. It is absolutely brilliant. There's some golden nuggets in that interview. I loved every minute of watching, and I was doing a bit of work at the same time. So guys, do a search for Chris Palmer SEO. His channel will come up. And what I said to Darryl is I'll try and find the time tomorrow at some point to replay the video into our group, so people get to see that as well.
Awesome. All right. Well, I think with the Super Bowl going on, we don't want to take up too many people's time because the game starts at 6:30, which is about an hour and 15 minutes from now. So we're going to try to get you out so you can watch the kickoff and the national anthem and all that good stuff. So we'll try to get you through this call without wasting up too much time. So if you're ready to share your screen, go ahead and we'll.
I thought make them wait a bit longer. Let's just make sure everyone's paying attention, right? Give me a 1 in the chat if you want to see the new way of installing the templates. And I'm going to do the directory site tonight. One I've made, and it's already in the members area. So I want to see how excited everyone's going to be on this. And I know it takes a few moments to catch up. So while we're doing that, I will set my screen up ready to share. And let me just click on a couple of buttons. Never good at multitasking, me. All right, I assume everyone can see my screen. So this is obviously the members area now. If you go into the members area of leadgenmagic.com and you don't happen to have, where's my mouse gone? Oh, there we go. This available. So what it is, there's the theme directory one and there's the standard themes. Now, if you click on this, and I'll let it load a minute, it's probably going to go slow because we're on the call. If you get to here and it says content not available, let me know. Pop me a message through Facebook or raise a support ticket to support@leadgenmagic.com. All right, but everyone should have access to this. Me and my dev have gone through and checked it, but obviously occasionally there's the odd account that may not have access, so please let me know. There's a training video up there to show you how to install them. I'm going to go through tonight in a moment and show you this anyway. All the current ones are in there, and we'll be adding the new ones that are in MPP/Lead Simplify. Now, the standard ones are the ones that are without any X fields. They're the ones that you can install. And currently, if you are with Lead Simplify and you've got access to all of these in Lead Simplify, you have to install WordPress. After you've installed WordPress, then you've got to go through installing the 4 main pages, So you create a page, you import the template, you load it. Then you've got to have the menus as well, because the menus are not included within those. With all of these, it's got the menus, the 4 main pages pre-installed, everything you need to get going if you're not using Magic Page plugin and Daryl's Magic Form. All right. So, but on this demo, we're going to go to the theme directories. Now, at the moment, there's one in there. I'm going to be adding more. So we'll be creating more. The one here at the moment, this is designed around a plumber, but you can change it to whatever you want. So what we do straight away, as it says on here, you just click on the image to download. It will download at the bottom there. And then we're going to jump across to a blank install of WordPress. I've already pre-installed this. And then also you need to install Magic Page plugins. So you'd go to plugins and install plugins. You'd add new. I've already installed the Magic Page plugin for this demo just to save a little bit of time. But most people who are using WordPress will understand how to install a plugin, and then you can come in and do all your settings as well. Just to say, don't worry about that license key. It's a single site license. You can't use it anywhere else, so it doesn't matter if you see it. Right. We will go in and we'll just check that I've set up everything in here, which I think I have. Yep. And the only thing I need to do is enable site-wide spin text, and I'll click save. I like to go down to settings and permalinks and switch it to post name. And then the only other thing you might want to do is go into appearance and change the name of the site under customize. I won't do it for now. We can always go for that at a later time. So that's that part done. So you've installed WordPress, and we've gone and installed the Magic Page plugin. We're now going to go to themes, appearance and themes, and we'll click add new. And the cool thing about this now is how easy it is. Where before you had to install WordPress, put WP Vivid in, do a full restore of the site. When you've done the full restore of the site and faffed around with that, you then got to go in and change the user account to your own, log out, log back in, delete the Magic Page one, change some other settings. Now it's as easy as this, right? So the file I've downloaded, I'm just going to drag up to here. Now you could click choose file and find where you saved it. I've dragged it in, and I'm now going to install the theme. Now this can take a little while sometimes to upload, and that's why I've done a lot of pre-installs for everyone, because I wanted to be in a situation that if this takes a little while, that we're happy to wait, because I know you want to get off and watch the Super Bowl. Okay, so the directory site is now in here, and we click on Install Cadence Starter Templates. So step 1, put the child theme in. Step 2, do the Cadence Starter themes. Step 3, click on my happy face there. Step 4, click on here, and then wait. Now it'll confirm if you ever do an install of one of the themes, and it says Magic Page not active. Don't go any further than this. Right? Click the X. Go to plugins, install the Magic Page plugin when it asks you. That's the only one that does need to be installed with these. Then you can come back to the Starter Templates tab under Appearance, click on there again, and then let it do the import. So these other ones, Elementor, all these ones here, and the header and footer one are all free in under WordPress plugins anyway, so you don't have to worry about that. They will automatically pull themselves in. It's just purely because Magic Page is a paid plugin that you need to add it in advance. So now it's a time where you have a drink, you make a coffee, you go and put your feet up, go and watch the Super Bowl for 5 minutes, and and you'll see why I'm siding with this on how quickly you can now build a directory site. With the other one, like we've said, you can install it using WP Vivid, change the username and password in WordPress, and then have it set up to work with Daryl's form to pull the main content in across site-wide, but not business listings. You'll need to put those business listings in yourself. So this is now installed. we can go and visit the site. We're going to have a nose. Now, this one isn't set up yet to work with the magic formers yet. Now, if you're wondering why that is how that is, this has come up because I think I haven't set up the default page. So we're just going to come back, appearance, and customize. And I'm just going to make sure I've got the default page set up in here. So homepage settings, static page. Now, occasionally, oh no, there it has gone in. Brilliant. Okay, if it doesn't come in, then I was going to say you just need to re-import the same thing again. Occasionally it doesn't, but so far all the tests I've been doing, it has come in. So I've set the home page now. We'll come back out. Now, I've set this to the home page. Some of them in the future, we might add some various other pages, but also this has pulled in the magic page. Now, the magic page on this theme is the same as the home page. So that's the magic page. And then under pages and all pages. So we've made these.
Wait. So on the magic page,
yeah.
How did you make the home page the same as the magic page? What did you end up doing?
All I literally did was I created a new page. If I can show you, let's add a new page.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. I can't do it in the magic page because you can only have one magic page at the moment anyway. So we'll do test and publish. So we'll create a page. And then we come back to WordPress. We're going to find the page we want to copy. So this is the, imagine this is the home page you've just created. We're going to edit with Elementor. And this is the same way you can get a JSON file. If you want any of the pages within the themes and you go, actually, I need a JSON file to transfer out, you can do this as well. So you've got your page that you've built yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You can click on the little arrow next to update, save as template, name it whatever you want, save. And once you've saved this, it'll show up as a template in here. As you can see, I've got the home page and magic page already saved in here. And the hello one, you can click on the three dots, export it as a file. That is now a JSON file to go to any other website you want. So if you build another one,
including your magic page, right?
Yep. So
that's
then
great.
What you would do then is come back out to the dashboard.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll show you how to import this onto, this works on post pages, anything within Elementor. This is
this works without Elementor Pro, right?
Correct. Yeah, okay. We don't, the only premium plugin that I've used on here is Magic Page. All the others are free plugins. We make sure of that and that they're available under the standard plugins for WordPress. So, right. So we come back to pages. I've got my test page, hit edit. Edit in Elementor. And it's an easy way to duplicate tons and tons of pages as well. So, so up it comes. Now you click on your little folder icon in the middle there, and you go to My Template when it loads. And I've got the hello one. We'll insert it. We go yes. And boom, there's your site with all your pages from the home page. It's just going to refresh because Elementor likes to do that for no reason at all.
Mm-hmm.
And so this has copied the home page to another page, which is great because if you go, oh, actually, I like some of these elements. I don't want that bit there, right? Mm-hmm. I want the rest of it. You hit the little X and you have just that part. And
I got some exciting news for when I watched Over the Shoulder with Mike Martin, the new version of Magic Page plugin. Mm-hmm. They now will have Spintex shortcodes work on the home page instead of just yeah. So you can actually make the site in the home page with the Spintex shortcodes. But keep in mind, when you use a Spintex shortcode for Magic Page plugin, whatever it locks in on that page, that's what it'll repeat throughout the page, okay? We talked about with Keith if there would be a way to make it so that you could have randomness on the page. And I'm not sure that that's been developed yet, but I'm excited because I've always liked the fact that maybe you could put the SpinTech shortcodes into other pages. Like when we build out our templates, we use all of that stuff. So
yeah. I mean, the other thing as well that people don't realize is under the settings on Magic Page, there's an option lower down where you can just click clear cache, and it will regenerate the shortcodes and the spun content anyway. So coming back to this now, so we've now got ourselves a directory site with the pages on. Now, next thing is how do we add listings? Okay, so we're going to come over to Magic Page, and we've got the page in there. This is all sort of pre-set up. I haven't added a location yet, so I'm just going to do a quick edit and add a location to the page. In fact, I won't do that because I don't think I loaded the location yet, and Mike from his training said you didn't need to. So we're going to come in here into lead simplify, and I'm going to do a search for an industry. So let's say plumbers within 40 miles. London, UK, and search. So take a moment or two to load up, because what we're going to do when it's loaded, we're going to import it into under settings of the Magic Page. So I'll come back here a moment. So here's all our listings that it's pulled in, 45 of them. We're going to export to MPP. There's the data sheet we've got. We're now going to come back and we're going to go to import export. And we're going to give this a label. I'll call it plumber because I think that's what was that what I did? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, plumber. So, and then we're going to click continue. And now we're going to drag that file up onto here and process database. And there we are, they're up there already. Look at that. So now if we come back to Magic Page and edit, fingers crossed this will work. Because this is the only bit not today I haven't had the chance to recheck and check again. So
fingers crossed.
Yeah. See if it finds right. We'll put that in there.
So that looks like the directory, right? Meta company name. Yeah, this is the directory you're doing. Okay, got it.
So we just update this. Now the theory is that when I go to the, this is a weird thing, by the way, guys. If you get this in Elementor, you don't have to worry because I've already clicked update, right?
Right.
All right. So I hit it again. It's something funny that's happened in the latest sort of update, and it doesn't matter what page you're on or what you're doing, it asks every time. So it's a bit annoying, but it's what it is. So let's click on here now, and it should say, oh, look, okay, let's leave. And if the code is right, 24/7 London plumber, got the address there, all the data filled in. Oh, scrolling down a bit quick. All this has been filled in. And all that's been filled in, and all of this has been filled in. So the only bits that I haven't changed is the header and footer, and I'll show you that in a minute, because this directory template can be used in any way, shape, or form. Like this is how I've designed it, and you're going to love this bit in a moment. So we've confirmed that we've done the install. We've added some plumbers on here from the directory list. The other thing I've got to test in the week with this is whether or not I can add a search box to search for plumbers in a location at the top. I know I can add a search box. Whether it'll work with it is another question.
So have you also loaded this with data from MyForm?
Not yet. That is the next upgrade, because from Monday onwards we are frantically working through all the existing templates to add the new UX fields in that are on your form, Daryl, and to convert them to themes like I've shown you tonight on installing them. So that's the exciting part. Hello, if I hit a button. Was
No,
that you?
I just hit the button.
Hello.
I've got the
Right.
Super Bowl playing in my background, so I wanted to show that.
That's all right. That threw me. I thought I'd knocked something. So,
right.
anyway, to change the header and footer, and this is the fun bit. So I'm just going to come back and show you the front end here. So you get yourself this directory download from my themes club, and you go, well, hang on a minute, I don't want it to be a plumber, right? So you go, that's fine. So what you can do is you can come in here, go to appearance, and go to the header and footers tab. And this is now site wide with this one, and I'm going to start building more and more of them to make this site wide. So you do not, with the original ones, you had to go through each individual page to change the header and footer. That's how they were built. The new ones now that we're bringing out, and this will include the upgrade on the ones that work with Daryl's form, right? We have created this extra bit with this free plugin, which is under header and footers, and you can come in here, edit with Elementor the footer, for an example.
Wow, this is great.
And just to save a bit of time, I'm just going to add some content to this. All right. So this hasn't got the X fields in it, where before you'd have to put X fields in on each individual page and work your way through. So I'm just going to quickly edit this, and I'm going to change this one here in here, and I'm going to put Daryl Street. There we go. You got yourself a street now, Daryl.
Nice.
Right, and I'm going to click save, and that's it. Right. So now, when I refresh this and I go to the bottom footer, and it doesn't matter how many pages you create now, it's got Daryl Street in it. If I now come back to the dashboard, remember that test page we did a minute ago?
Sure.
Right. I'm going to go and look at all pages, and I'm going to view the test page, and you'll see on the test page as well, it's changed to Daryl Street. So this header and footer is now site wide, completely and utterly site wide on it. So when you are in the edit sections, that's the footer section, and you can change the details on the copyright as well.
So on the header that you have here, this will also be compatible with our form, right, for the header logo?
Correct. That's exactly the next one we're building with this, which will have those features in. So just remember, appearance, header and footer.
Yep.
And then you come in here and edit with Elementor. And the cool thing is you can just change the color coding as well, because we've currently got it set to. I've gone into the wrong one. That's good. Now I was trying to go into the header. We'll go back again. I wanted to show the header version as well. Appearance, header. I was getting so excited then, Daryl. So all this Super Bowl stuff, you see, it's getting me excited. So I'm going to have to find it online.
Come on, you're a soccer guy.
You know what? Do you know what's funny, right? I'm not really a soccer person. I'll tell you why. Right? I like rugby, because with rugby, men are men, right? If a man or a woman who's playing rugby gets hurt, right, they get up and they get on with it. In football, right, one little tap and my knee, ow, help, get a medic.
Well, they don't have any pads or anything. Well, actually, rugby doesn't either. Rugby,
no.
They destroy.
I like women's football, because if someone gets hurt with women, right, they get up and get on with it. But the men play football. I've hurt my nail, better get a medic.
Yeah, they make too much money too, don't they?
Yeah. So coming back to this is the header here, and once again, when we do the Daryl version, you'll be able to add a menu. You can actually add a menu. It's very easy, because menu for the horizontal menu, it's this one here. You just drag it in, and in fact, it's already there. If you look, I've already got it in there. So when you add to the main menu under appearance in WordPress, it'll add the menu items in there automatically. And once again, if you want to change the colors on this, you just click on the dots there. We can go to advanced and into style. then onto the global colors here, and you can just change it to whatever color you want. You can add a background image as well. So we'll have that handsome chap, shall we? You got my bald head at the top there. and you can go no repeat, and we can say cover, and there you go. You see, so you can change this to however you want on this.
Will you have my plugin? Do I have to give you my plugin so you can add it to the child theme?
Yes, absolutely. We must add that to all of them so that it's already pre-installed.
We'll try to get that over to you, right? So
is the plugin in the
no, it's not in the repo. No, you have to have the actual link.
Right. Then I would recommend at the moment maybe that people install that themselves, because otherwise it'll ask every time.
Oh, I see. Right.
But I will make sure that it's available in my members area for people to download.
I see.
So we'll do it that way. Otherwise, it'll get a bit annoying that you've got to install that first, and if you don't necessarily use it at first, maybe something that you may not be after.
Do you see the comment on the screen?
After that comment about soccer, I like you even more now, Stephen Forecast. Aussie rules and rugby, great sport. Yeah.
That's our good friend Andrew, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I just laugh, and the thing is, in the UK, something that ruined football in the UK, and it was a while ago, it still happens sometimes now, is when crowds of people get together to watch football and then they end up fighting at the end of it. It's not right, when families are there and the grown adults are fighting over football. Of all things, be a bit like you and me fighting over a cup. I know people are passionate about games, but there's no need to have violence in them, and that's the difference with rugby. Rugby, there is no violence. You don't see it. In fact, on Super Bowl, I've never seen any violence. So they seem to be like people want to go and enjoy it. Anyway, so you can change these colours on here. You can go to here, and you can just click on the 6 dots. And change the colors how you like. If you change the colors on this one, obviously you need to change the icon color as well, which honestly I haven't had a chance to play with. I think it's in there under style. So you could change the icon color and the background color. But with your form, it's going to definitely have it'll pull in the logo image, and it'll do it all this sort of stuff. This bit here, and also. But this is like I said, in the header bit that you change, and it changes site wide when you change it in here. You could add another section below this, remove a section, so you can play around with it and have fun changing that. So
that's awesome.
Back to the dashboard now. I'm going to not change the
plugin from the repo that you found to do the header and footer.
Yeah, it's the installed plugins that are included now. Are Elementor header and footer and blocks. That's the one I use for the header and footer. Element Kits Light, and then when you pull it all in, obviously if you're doing this version, the directory type, you need to put Magic Page on first. I can't emphasize that enough. If you don't put it on first, the pages don't import properly. And then you're only going to be re-importing them again over the top, and it's a lot of faffing around. So if you're using a version like the directory site, or the ones that are going to be added, all the Magic Page ones, to work with Daryl's form, install your WordPress, install Magic Page, then install one of the themes, and it's as easy as that. Maybe
one of the things I could do now that I'm looking at your stack of templates or plugins, maybe I'll try to get my developer to put it in the repo, because it is a free plugin. And if that's the case, then other people can use that.
If you can get it in the repo, then I'm happy to add it to all the themes for you, no problem.
Yeah.
Because that just makes common sense to do it. Yeah. But what I love about this now, Daryl, is the fact that there's no more. With the current system, like I said, you had to use WP Vivid to do the restore, and it was a bit of a pain in the neck to be faffing around and doing that, you see.
Yeah, there's a lot of steps, and if you miss one step, somebody has your license key or somebody has your password or whatever.
Yeah.
So you really, this is good. I really like this method. So now
it does away as well with, when we update this, it does away with this bit here. You see, after doing the WP restore, the WordPress admin login is page, password is magic page, magic 2020 page. That bit's gone with the new versions.
Yeah,
because you install WordPress yourself, you use your own, you never use admin, you always use your own username and password. So all of that disappears instantly.
Right.
And for me, it makes it quicker to build these. That's the thing, because when we build things, we got to test and test and test to make sure it works. And WP Vivid did an update that removed, for some reason, the background images when you import it. It doesn't pull the background images in.
That may have been Elementor, because I was experiencing that on some of our paid client sites that are not MPP and not WP Vivid. So something happened recently with either our Elementor plugin or something, but yeah, it was acting funky.
So all these still work, these ones, but these ones have less Xfield data in them at the moment. But as we sort this out, what you're going to find is you'll log into your members area and there'll be an extra tab here. So it'll be standard themes, right? It'll be magic form themes, and then the directory themes, all right? And those will be in there for people's membership. Something else we're doing as well is simplifying. We had some good feedback on the front end when people buy into this. And so what we're going to do, and people are going to love this, because I know we've got people on different plans. We're going to unify the plans anyway. So some of the plans will say including hosting rather than buy it separately. And it'll be unlimited hosting compared to what Mike offers. Mike's hosting is great. I'll be honest, it's the same. I manage Mike's hosting and I manage my own hosting for this, right? But with mine, it's unlimited sites. The only restriction is each mailbox you set up is a 10 gig mailbox, but you can have unlimited mailboxes. And you can have unlimited sites. So what we're doing instead is setting up that way. And if you someone said to me once, what happens if I leave? What happens with my site? We're not going to take your site down, right? We're not going to be that cruel to take your site down. What it means is you just won't be able to set any more sites up on the hosting, right? My attitude is the same as Mike's. It's very much leave it up. That's fine. It's not a problem. And but there you go. Look, one directory site, and you can change the header and footers in this one yourself under that section like I showed you. It's nice and easy, pulls the map in. Thank you to Martin for finding the code for that. I had a map code, but it actually does it slightly different to mine. It actually shows the mark of the plumber. So and we'll look at other local businesses. So we'll click on that one. So if I wanted to change this very quickly, I could do an install for, let's say, I don't know, electrician. And all I would literally do is go to the header and footer, change the logo. All right, come down here and make sure there's no plumbing information down here, enter a bit of information myself. And then I'd go through and change all the images to electrician images. And which is two images on here at the moment.
Well, this is going to work with the form, right? So
yep, correct. The version which we're creating,
so you can save and then export and import.
Yep, that's the next thing, because the advantage of Daryl's form guys, and that's why we are changing this in this way, is the fact that when you set this up and you put an image in here, it doesn't add all the data, the title background data, geo data, doesn't add that automatically for you when you add an image. And also it doesn't resize the images, they're still the original size. Right. So the nice thing I love about your form, Daryl, is I can pop a image into description body image 1 and save it, and then when I import the data into here, all the data changes for me. So it'll be the phone number for my directory site, the address, phone number, phone, all this sort of data on this header. And if you don't want that there, you just remove that bit. And
the other thing is these links are based. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just want to mention that this Speedy Jet Plumbers, right, could benefit from description bodies put in here and spun. So you could have various description bodies fill in the gap about all of your plumbers.
Yeah.
So you have some basic information that gets put into here. So there's definitely a lot of places where even on a directory type of site with the lead simplify data, you could use the form to really branch out and get a lot of content on these pages. Before we go much further, there's a couple questions.
I've got a quick question for you, Darryl, just before we ask these. Where you say putting in a description body section in here, can we make it so it works alongside that particular plumber?
No, because it's a different, obviously. I mean, my form was built for Magic Page, right? For your content lander pages. But imagine, like, if you really look at the content from Mike's template here or your template, it's basic boilerplate, right?
Yeah.
So inside of the boilerplate, imagine that you also have appearing some description body sections that fill it in. Like it mentions your keywords, mentions your, put your H tags in there, all that kind of stuff. You can do all that into this template and really grow it out. So then when somebody's looking up SpeedyJet plumbers, you have a lot of stuff in there that maybe their regular site doesn't have. So you get the traffic coming in from that listing.
Yeah. I think one thing I want to change on here, because I went to Mike's site to grab some of this text, and then I entered in the bits and pieces myself, is to make these links clickable, because they're not at the moment. And maybe put a button here instead of the actual that code. So that's saying I'm going to make work on here, but ultimately it's having having some extra description bodies in here. Question for you: if you don't put any text in your description body, would it just stay blank, or would it show the code?
Yeah, I think I'll have to get back to you on that.
Okay.
I think it'll be blank. What we want to do is have them delivered with just a space in it, like no text, as like a no kind of thing. So I'll get back to you. If it's not like that, we'll get it like that. Let's answer a couple of these questions before we get
why not? Let's do that.
And the header and footers have short codes to suit the displayed business.
Yes, they can. And if that's something, Andrew, you'd like me to add on to them, I will make sure that there's an option in there. It's just a short code that we can do. So basically, where it says SpeedyJet plumbers on there, let me just bring back up my screen a minute. So on there is a short code. So if you would like up here their name, we can either move that up there, or it can be mentioned twice. So give me some feedback on that, Andrew, because it's always useful to know as I create these. But the plan is to have this replace the image, the standard image, and to have probably I'd like to replace this section, right? Because for a directory site, it's not relevant unless we're putting the client's details up here. Right. Yeah. If you put the client's phone number in, then maybe that's something I'll change. Maybe it'd be better if that number that shows up there also shows up here, and their address. Maybe I'll change on this particular theme to do that, so that it works, and their opening hours. But the opening hours will come in from Darryl's form on the Darryl form version, and the address will, and all the geodata generally will come in. But we can replace that one.
Two versions of it. Xfields is what he meant. Xfields. Xfields can be put in there. He's going to give you basically two versions of this. One will be sort of like do it yourself kind of thing, and then one will have the Xfields, just like he does with the regular templates, right? Am I correct?
Yeah.
Right.
So if we come if I edit this page with Elementor, and seeing if it's going to load. I don't know why that's suddenly not loading. Let's go dashboard. We'll go around the long way. And while we're looking at any other questions, I will add a short code on this one. I'm just going to go and grab it from the pages. Are there any other questions in there while I'm?
I was going to point out an idea for these directories is when you have the database, if you use my form to put together a whole bunch of hosted images,
Yeah.
You could take those images and start a column in the data set. So just take the data set from Lead Simplify and make a column called plumber image, and then just take and put and repeat those all the way down all the data, right? So each image, each plumber can have different alt text and different images as well to further optimize the page.
We'll go through that in the week properly. And so if I come back to here, and just for this example, I want to do this on the header and footer, don't I? So I've got the meta company code. So we're going to exit to dashboard, and then we're going to go in and edit the site-wide header and footer. So appearance, header and footers. And once we're in here, we're going to edit the header. And this is where I'll be placing the code for Daryl's form, so it'll work properly when we do the second version. And I'm going to bring out some other versions as well. So you're going to see, you know, not only plumber but electrician and various ones I'll be adding over the coming week. The next big job is getting the Magic Form ones converted to the new install where it's installed as a theme. Right, so I'm just going to throw this up here as the actually want code. I think no, actually I'll put a text header in. All right, let's just throw this in here somewhere, and we're going to paste the shortcode in there and do update. Remember, this adds to site wide, and we're going to view the exit to dashboard, and we'll view the site. And visit site. And as you can see then, in a moment, hopefully, do I have to clear the, I think I have to clear the data, don't I?
Not sure on that one.
Let's have a look. Magic page settings. Let's go in and try this out. Just clear the cache and see if it's going to sort itself out or not. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe now, is it because of the code I've used, the way I put it in?
Not sure. Sure.
We will. I'll tell you what we'll do, Daryl. I will play around with that and report back next week on that one, because that is an interesting one. I would have thought that the Xfield code should work in the header and footer that way, because they normally do anyway. But I've added
the Xfield did not work in the header. I'm sorry, I was getting prepared for something else, so I didn't watch that.
That's all right. Some reason
later. It could be. I'm trying to think. You definitely have the location set. Is this a new Is this a new setup? So sometimes if you have to clear out the magic page location and reset it, sometimes that makes the Xfields work again.
I'm also going to do off camera is just add in another box as well.
That's okay. I can talk a little bit while you're doing that. If you're just joining us, we're going to be giving away a domain today. These are the 4 that I have up for giveaway. nycdiscjockeys.com, okidoke.com, leadsheaven.com.
Oh, that's a nice one, isn't it?
And pricequoteleads.com. Okay, so those are the ones we'll just scroll through the names. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that in a little bit here and get you ready for kickoff of the Super Bowl by 6:30. So you got the Super Bowl in the background, so you're not missing anything. And I have some stuff I want to show as well. If you go to go.ht/MP to download the new version of the WP Vivid file that I have, the password's still the same as what our instructions have. So you can also go to mass.page/install, and you can see the link is there as well, along with the password and the recipe PDF to kind of go through and how to build these pages. Okay, did you figure it out?
I fixed it, and I can show you. I show you what I did. I used a text header first time, and that didn't work. This time, what I did was I used the text editor. So in Elementor, it's this one here, right? And I just dragged it up into the section, and then I changed the text for the short code, and did update, and then when I refreshed on the other page, this may or may not work this time live, but we're going to find out. And
sometimes, yeah, it does say 24/7 plumber. Is that what you put in there?
There you go. Look, that's the second one I've just added.
Yep.
So that's that X field there.
Yep.
So you could put the company name in at the top.
Right.
So it definitely works. It's just a case of being a text field box. Right, or you could. I assume there's a code version as well in Elementor.
Yeah,
you could probably use.
Yeah, that's the one I use all the time. On mine is the HTML
So
one. A little lighter weight.
Let's delete that and let's do HTML. Let's do that as well and see if that works under here.
Work better even.
Oh, that didn't go in there. That did. And paste in the code.
Super simple. Just embeds that right in there.
I'll refresh again and see if it stayed the same. That one changed to meta name company. So I definitely know now that there is another option as well we can try. It's always good to try these things. And that's to shove a shortcode box in underneath. Normally, if it works in here, it's telling me that it's all okay, but we won't. Well, there it is. It's working. So you can use a shortcode one. Can't use HTML for something, so you can use
shortcode. Oh, okay.
So use text editor or the shortcode one, which is there.
I never saw that one there. Wow.
Yeah.
I just always. I never saw that.
So they're the ones that you can use, and yes, it certainly does work. So that's all awesome. Good. So have we got any other questions in at the moment?
Yeah, let's go through. Yeah, let's go through the questions and comments here. Let's see.
Tell you what, it's great how you can be in the Super Bowl studio at the same time, mate. That's great. That is.
There was a question about the WP admin. I'm trying to see who asked it. I think it was Paul Davies.
Right.
And so I think, is he wondering, can we still update the WP admin field? I'm not sure what that means.
No. Could you elaborate on that
for us? Yeah. I want to go back to this one from George. He says, you can't have beers or whiskey while playing rugby. That's why he plays golf.
That's great.
George. I love that. Ted Wasco says, where are you going to put the premium paid client details?
Right. What the plan is, I'm going to have a magic page that works for Daryl's form on the directory site version that you'll be able to fill in Daryl's form and upload that. We're going to need to talk a bit more about how we implement that. The other thing as well, when you import these, I'm something else that I have come across is there is a way of putting a box where you can put the post from the magic page into a section, and then you'd put the company name in there to make it match up. And I'm playing with that at the moment to test it. So it may end up being that. There are ways with the new version of Magic Page, which is what we're all waiting for, the Magic Page plugin, the new version. It will create the physical pages. Now, when it does that, right, it's going to be a lot easier to then feature one of those pages on the front page. when it does it dynamically, it makes it a bit more difficult to do. So personally, I'd rather wait a couple more weeks for the new version of Magic Page to come out where we can feature that. But the way I would personally do it is where we've got the site up. I'll just share my screen again and I'll show you this. If it was me, I would be going, right, this is the 24/7 London plumber one. Let's just click on another one down here. We'll see. So you got the URL at the top here. So what I would do is create a front page and have an image of their logo and make the logo image, like let's say this was the image here, this image here was the company details on your front page as a featured one. I'll put a featured image, I'll put an image on the front page and then use that link to their own directory listing. So you can have at the top here, King's Cross Plumbing, a little bit of blurb down below, and click here for more information. And the click here brings them over to this page with more information. And that's how I would probably do it at first. There's probably now Daryl's my very clever right hand man, and so I'm sure he will know of ways of doing this probably a lot better. In some way, shape, or form. And in the week, me and Dale will have a chat about ideas where we can maybe you can tick something to make it featured. I don't know with Magic Page, but we will.
We could use the major cities column possibly, and we could use that possibly, and then just use the city short code and pick major cities, and then that should show the listings for the featured ones if you wanted, I guess. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, well, yeah. We can have a play. The thing is as well, I will just quickly show this. Under Magic Page and locations, this is where these are all the companies that you pulled in.
Yeah.
All right, at the top here. So we got Ace Rapid Plumbing, etc. So I'm sure there's a way of taking their slug or something and pulling it onto the front page. So we'll.
Oh yeah. I mean, the thing is you might need to do it. We might have to get with Martin to have them create a slug that goes into the data when it comes out of Lead Simplify, and that's where we should probably have it. So it's really turnkey easy. I mean, I can make a workaround hack kind of to do it, but it'd be better if it just comes right from Lead Simplify. So
all right, Paul's up, done an update on here. Let me just get to the right.
Share that, yeah.
Let me just show this. So it says with existing WP Vivid, you can go and change the admin from Empire. Right. With the new theme version you've seen tonight, if you missed anything, watch the replay. Don't forget to like, share, and tell everyone about it. With the new version, it's a child theme. So you will not do the M page changing the admin bit anymore because you set up WordPress first of all with your own admin username and password. Right. You then, for the directory site version, install Magic Page plugin and then run my child themes into it. For the standard basic versions that I showed you at the start, those ones on there, and I'll quickly just jump back to the front page of my site to show you. So when you're logged in as a member, you've got this new tab here. If that's not showing or not working, please raise a ticket. Everyone should have access to it. And you've got standard themes, you've got the directory themes, and for those that are paying the premium to have the access to the ones that work with Daryl's Magic Form, there will be a third column here soon saying Magic Form themes, all right? But for the standard ones, you don't need to install Magic Page. All right, they're the bulk standard ones that you get to see. In fact, I can go to a page and show you on magicpagehost.com, and we're adding more and more. There's some new ones I know that Mike's released, and I'm so grateful to Mike. A big thank you to Mike because he's letting me use his templates that are brought out to build these. We are planning on adding some of our own soon, some variations in the theme club, but he's building so many at the moment that me and my devs can't keep up. So it's making it fun. But if you come to magicpagehost.com, you'll see a lot of the current ones that are in here, and you just click on one of those and you can view the demo version of it. We'll just let it load a minute. And so this is the demo version. So what you see here, right, is what you get, apart from when you install them using Elementor and the templates, the menus aren't installed.
Right.
And then the versions that work with Daryl's Magic Form will fill in all this data here. It'll change the data up here. It'll change the logo. It'll change all this data as you work down. But it takes a lot of time to make these work properly and look how they are now alongside that. And like the images, right? These are WordPress images in the media library. With the Magic Form version, it pulls it over, resized using a URL, and it'll pull it in at the right size. So they're the differences. But on the Themes Club at the moment, that tab there, which is the MPP themes, they are WP Vivid versions, and all the ones now which are child themes are underneath the new child themes tab in your members area.
And I think it's worth noting, Stephen, too, that with these templates that come from Magic Page plugin, there's some features in them that are not going to be super compatible with my form. So you're doing modifications and such, and making them unique as well, so that they'll work better with the form, right? For the versions that work with my form, right?
Yeah, correct. Yes, absolutely. And yeah, we're getting there with it all. It's taken a bit of time, and but I've got 3 devs, 1's ill, one's gone on holiday, and it's just me and 1 dev this week.
Huh. Don says, "Hello, everyone. Welcome to the pregame show for the Super Bowl. This is where people are learning about lead gen instead of 2 teams we don't really pay too much attention to."
Have they started yet on the Super Bowl, Darryl?
No, it's right behind me. See, I'll get out of the way.
Oh, so they're just nattering, are they?
Yeah, this is the pregame. They'll spend a lot of time with that part of it.
A bit like us too. I should have got green screen and played the same URL as you.
Oh man, I wonder if I could have put it as a background for the whole thing. But anyway, thought we would have some fun today. It is Super Bowl Sunday. What I would like to do is, Stephen, are you done? Can I
stop sharing my screen and
share my screen?
Yeah,
walk through a couple of little things here.
Cool.
That
any issues with the new versions or the existing versions in the Themes Club, support at leadgenmagic.com. I prefer you set up an email to me, because in the week now, just to say very quickly, when I get out to my office at 2 p.m. UK time, I check emails first of all, and then I will have a quick look on Messenger, and then I'm turning my social media off for the time being until I finish the work that needs to be done to bring up all the Magic Page templates up to date, and then about 5 o'clock I switch it back on. So between 2 and 5, if you don't get hold of me, don't feel offended. It's because I want to look after you guys as my customers. And the only other thing I will say, there is currently from the webinar that Mike did, the Mike deal, and when these are all updated, that deal is disappearing. So if you've got in at a great price, the pricing will be changing, the structure of the front page will be changing. So if you cancel and want to come back in the future, it's going to be at whatever price on the front page. Those deals will be gone. So I'm only doing that because I want to fund this in the right way and keep developing this for all the current users. So if you got in and left and you want to come back, do it now, because in 2 days' time that Mike deal will be gone.
Okay. All righty. Okay, guys. So basically, I'm showing you this is a WordPress with my simple template, not as fancy as the templates that Stephen does, but it has all the features in here, so you can take a look at the code yourself and go to and edit the Elementor, and you can see all the X fields that are coming from Magic Page plugin and how they interact with the page, and how we use, like, say, see, as you can see, description, summary, all of this kind of stuff. In fact, sometimes the stuff gets broken by Elementor, so that's why I like to use the you can see the code right here that we used for this. So you can see the cities count is 5 major cities, true, radius of 200, that all you can change however which way you want to do it. But this is just a demo, and I wanted to show you what we did this weekend. And so if you've been a user of Dynamic Backlinks Builder, I just have always loved this part of Magic Page plugin. If you go to edit Magic Page and down here to export templates, and you use the new version that I'm putting on the screen right now, go.ht/mpp. That's a WP Vivid file that has the new version of the export templates here. I might actually just put this HTML inside of the Facebook group. So if you go here and you click on it, you can see here's the new code that we wrote with all the X fields. It's not a whole lot. And then when you go down here, you have your JavaScript and your style sheet. Okay, so I might like wrap this all up into one document so that you can kind of make them yourself on your own login to make it nice and easy. And what this does is really cool. When you go to Magic Page and you go to the area here under Edit, that's where all the magic begins with Dynamic Backlinks Builder. So if you click on here, and you can do PDFs. The formatting's not so great on them, but the HTML is what I recommend. And then I recommend let's see, canonical. I have to put that in there. Okay, so we didn't put the domain in here, so I don't know where it's getting hosted. But if let's say you've set up an Amazon S3 bucket, you can do that. Let me just show you. Here is the page right here. And this is the domain. So if we go back to...
Question for you, Daryl.
Yep.
Does your code work with any setup that someone else, like my templates, someone sets a site up with your form, one of my new themes, and they go to the Dynamic Backlink Builder with your code, will it pull the data out?
It won't look just like your templates unless you code it that way, to look that way.
The idea isn't necessarily for it to look the same.
Yeah.
It's purely to get out on Amazon and various sites as backlinks, isn't it? That's the idea, rather than it looking pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Let me see if we go and it says generate head tags, rewrite URL structure, embed the HTML as CSS in the HTML. I'm going to do that. And we're going to go and export. Hopefully this will work. I didn't do anything too much here. And so I think I only have like 11 locations. The more you put, the longer time it does take. But typically, if you have a decent resource on your server, you should be okay with getting these done. But the output's going to make this kind of page right here. And I've hosted this on AWS. And as you can see, it looks very similar to my other template. So we just basically made an HTML version of it. We made some improvements to it. One thing I wanted to point out is like this is the CID for the business from Google My Business. And then we put these locations which come from my form so that you have that proximity to here, which helps with the GMB. So each of these pages will change these locations so that you have various locations coming up. The city shortcodes work. Here are the icons for my form. This is like a description body. Here's the auto testimonials. Here's where there would be a description body. But each one of these pages is a little bit different. And we even wrote the code to have different keywords come after the city name. So as you click on these, you'll see they'll say different things. Like this says Mesquite Saunas. This one says Richardson Bahia Sauna. So DeSoto, we could go click on that. And then this one says the singular sauna. Let's go to Euless. This is saunas with an S. Grand Prairie. This is saunas with an S. Carlton, let's do that one. Oh, that's at infrared saunas. That was cool. So these have infrared saunas. So we're using the keywords from my form and putting it in and making these links for you. And you don't have to do any of this. We make it really simple for you if you just use the code that I made. So here's what comes out of this on Magic Page. This is like a preview of what your pages would look like. And then you can host this on anywhere. Like you would just zip the file here. I'll show you. You just export. Oh, I should have downloaded it. We're gonna have to wait for that to redo it. But there's a download folder, and then it's just a zip file. You just put it into DigitalOcean or Amazon S3. Like I put it into S3 buckets and make it public. And so you can see these are all the pages that came from Magic Page plugin that I put in there the other day. Now, the beauty of this is, let's take this AWS page for Carlton, okay? And we're going to go ahead and put it into GTMetrix. This is one of the things I showed on the call yesterday, just how well these things work when you keep it really super simple. And this is why some of these pages will outrank my clients. So I have to be careful. I mean, you've got so much power here that these can outrank your actual money sites. They're that powerful. So,
wow.
Yeah, so you got to, like, this is why I like to make it a little bit more generic. So I'll be taking these down. So I don't want to do that. But look at this. Look at the speed that these come down.
Holy cow.
So look at your performance. Everything's in the green. Look at the total time. And that's even long. Most of ours are under 3 seconds. But this is in Canada through GTmetrix, right? If you do the same thing with Page Speed Insights. So Dynamic Backlinks Builder is very useful if you have the code, and now you have the code to do these pages.
How easy, Darryl, is it to like design something that's very similar?
Mobile, guys. 2.1 seconds mobile.
Wow.
And look at this, 0.3 seconds, 0.7 seconds. So it's super, super fast. So go ahead with what you're saying.
How easy is it to design something in the Backlinks Builder to look the same as maybe one of my templates?
It takes some time, but I'll go over that with you off this call. How I would do it.
Yeah, it'd just be nice to know. Obviously, I think because there's so many templates out there, and Mike's releasing more and more each month.
I think the key is to keep it simple because of where you're going to host it. I think the more ornate that you make it, the more chances you're going to have incompatibility. But I just wanted to show that to you guys.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So now what I want you guys to do, seeing as how you got through this call, put your first name inside of the group. We have these names from last time. I'm just going to hold on to them, and just in case these guys are still on here. I'm just going to quickly.
Where's my Facebook gone?
You're not eligible.
I know I'm not. I know. It's like McDonald's when they say if you work for McDonald's you can't enter in their Monopoly game or something. So
yeah. So let's see. These are the domains that you're going to have a chance to pick from if we pick your name. So go ahead and just put your first name inside of the chat window on either Facebook or on YouTube, however you're looking and watching us. You can get any of these 4 domains for free. I'll just transfer them over to you. You do have to pay for it if there's any transfer costs, which usually there's not, and maybe it could be just you have to pay for 1 year. It depends on the platform that you want it from. But
just give them a little bit longer because there's always a little bit of a lag between us saying stuff and people popping. The names are coming in. But we just make sure everyone gets in properly. You only have to put your name once, so don't worry. You will be in. Right, names will be added, and then when he spins the wheel, it'll say Steve, and we'll see who wins.
Yeah,
not really.
Nice.
Once we've spun the wheel, it'd be great to get some feedback from people of what they think of how the new installs are done that were shown tonight, and we do love your feedback. And all the new templates that in MPP/Lead Simplify will be added to the system gradually. The next step over the next week is to get all the Magic Form versions done for you. So so by the end of the week, those will be updated and converted to the new install. So we just want to make things even easier for you. And I have to thank Daryl for showing me how to set some of this up and convert them to themes. It's just that little find you came across, that was just awesome. So
okay, I just put not Steven on here.
No, what, if it lands, it'd be funny if it lands on. Leave it in, please.
We'll do a
respin, yeah. But it'd be just really funny to see if it does or not.
I'm gonna put not Mike Martin either.
Yeah, he's not watching anyway, is he? So bless him, right? He messaged me the other day, a couple of weeks ago, and he says, "As of now, on the weekends, I'm spending time with my kids," and I thought that's just so awesome, you know. So apart from this weekend where I've worked my butt off to get the standard and the directory site in there for people. Next weekend, I'm taking the weekend off, so I'm going to work to Friday evening. And this is nothing I emphasize. If you have an issue over the weekend, because I know some people like to work weekends, have an issue with one of the templates or themes or something to do with Lead Gen Magic, email me support@leadgenmagic.com, because the emails still come into my phone. Social media will be turned off from Friday night, midnight, and it'll be switched back on at 2 p.m. Monday morning. Only reason it's 2 p.m. is because I teach the kids in the morning. I do homeschooling every day of the week in the morning. So and I will always respond within at least 24 hours to your ticket. We are introducing at some point to Lead Gen Magic a new support system where you can raise tickets, and that'll be added in the very near future. But priority is getting the MPP template set up for everyone. So let's just check names. I've George, Paul. Let's have a look. Don, Ted, Terry, Andrew. So if you want your chance and you're on here, pop your name in the chat to win one of those amazing domains, and which is awesome. Some brilliant names there, that you found there. So look at that. You see,
I think you want New York City DJs, don't you?
Oh, you know what's funny, right? Because what got me into doing some of these things and working with you and Mike was when COVID hit. I was going out on weekends doing DJing. I had a bunch of DJs that worked for me, and I was doing good money from that, and also lead gen. But I put all my eggs in one basket, which was a mistake I made. Right, and that, what I mean by that is I did children's entertainers. I had DJs, face painters, all lead gen for them. I was making money. COVID hit, and the whole lot died overnight. So my income stopped. And looking back on it, and hindsight's very good, which is why I say to people, when you get one niche built first, focus on that, get that done. Then rinse and repeat and do another niche and do another one, another one. So you end up with 10 of these different niches working for you, generating leads. But focus on one. Once you've done one, right? I mean, another example of chipping away at stuff for me was when I had the task of converting all the standard templates and getting a directory site built by tonight, right? On Thursday, I said to my partner, how the heck am I going to do this? One of my devs is ill, one's on holiday, right? How am I going to do it? And she said, do it little by little. So I worked hard along with the other dev, and we did it little by little, and we got there. And so next week, we're going to get the others done, and we'll chip away at it, and I appreciate everyone's patience with waiting for this. The people who've gone on a lifetime got a fantastic deal, and those that got in on the Mike deal have got a fantastic deal. And every penny that came in from the lifers has gone back into this project. There's still money in the bank. It's still sat there for paying for devs and stuff. And that's what I did with all that money. I haven't spent a single penny on myself, and that's how I work. So
right.
I think I've stalled enough, and everyone's in. So let's see if it's going to be not Stephen.
Yeah, if it's not Stephen, we spin again. Okay, here we go. The wheel of names.
Da, da, da,
Oh,
da.
Ed.
Da, 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 da,
Ted
da,
is
da,
the
da,
winner.
da.
Congratulations. Congratulations,
Well
Ted.
done, Ted.
So we're
Look
gonna
at
go ahead,
that.
we're gonna put that screen back up so that you can go ahead and pick the domain that you want to grab from me and steal from my inventory. Which one is it gonna be? Go ahead and put it into the chat and see which ones you think. George won last time. He says, "Congrats, Ted." Um,
I love this one. Look, Ted says, "How do you eat an elephant? A piece at a time."
yeah, yeah. Congratulations, Don says. So Ted, you got 4 different domains you can pick from. Hopefully something you can use. And we'll go ahead and talk afterwards and get it transferred over to you. George got Mr. Plumber last week. That's a good domain. So
He said, "See, please, Leeds Heaven." That's a good one. That is.
Leeds Heaven.
Yeah,
All right.
lovely, lovely, lovely domain. I'm jealous of you, mate, but well done.
Awesome.
Mm.
That's a good one. Maybe you make it. Yeah, George says that's a good one. Awesome. Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else we need to talk about?
No, I think a lot of people want to go and watch the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And you know, if there's any questions, you've got 30 seconds to pop them in. If you want to ask me or Daryl anything on the live, and next week we'll put some more training together. I'm planning on having a couple of the MPP versions done to install, so we can go through that hopefully next Sunday and show people that. And tomorrow I'll get the directory one up. Facebook users is asking you about MWB.
Yep. Nothing new, just adding new templates at this point, and we're working to work on integration, but it'll take some time, guys. So
But go and, if you've got access to it, go and play with it. Go look at the training, have a play around. It's all working 100% fine. I was in there the other day just having a little play and have a look around it. So
yeah.
if you've got MWB, have a play, get used to it now, build some pages. Right, it's when it changes and some extra templates and it starts working with Daryl's form in the future, isn't going to be a huge change, but it means you can just add the shortcode to the ones you've already built. So go in and have a play around, but get to know it. It's like anything. If you don't get to know these things, then you'll never learn. All right. So it's all very well. We can build tools to make your life a lot easier and a lot faster, but it's also good to actually know how to do the Xfield, what they're doing, understand that a bit. So if you've got a bit of spare time, go and have a play with MWB if you own it.
Yep, definitely. And we'll be opening that up to a launch for the Mass Page Tools members with a special price point. I did talk to the partners about that, and we'll work that in once we get it integrated. We'll offer that to everybody. So, but again, thank you guys. Thank you. We're so happy with your support of our tools and this journey that we're on. We're super transparent of what we're working on as we do it. Sometimes we run into a roadblock here and there, and we're going to tell you we ran into a roadblock. This didn't work out as we wanted to. So I hope you guys enjoy the journey. I hope you don't get disappointed when things don't go exactly as planned. But that's just part of life, right? And that's just part of business. We're going to roll with it and always try to give you the best that we possibly can. Sometimes we get really exuberant and excited, and we'll say we're going to work on something. We'll try it, and then in the real world, it doesn't work as perfectly as we wish. So bear that in mind. We're trying to give you guys a look into the journey that we're on together with this software, and so we're really appreciative for you guys to be on this journey with us. If you did not get a chance to watch that video with Chris Palmer and me, we did it live last night. It's in the Facebook group. Just go down and click on that. Go see that on YouTube. There's a whole lot of value of things because he asked some really poignant questions about what would you do, what you're thinking on this, and so we're able to touch on some things I've never really talked about in public before. So enjoy that and comment on it and ask questions if you wish. Okay. Anything on your end, Stephen?
No, I agree with you. I mean, like, you know, with the directory site, the first directory site we built, the plugin looked fantastic, and we set it all up, and then it had some issues, and I reached out to the developers of the plugin, and they didn't respond, and we weren't expecting that. So then we had to rethink it again. We found another one with the developers are fantastic. And that one is the one I'm uploading, which you can have a play around with and use as of tomorrow. And but really, I love the what Mike's done, because it's a lot quicker. You can pull in listings, and we'll be improving our versions as we go along and adding more features and adding a way of putting featured listings on the front page and stuff like that. So there's lots in the pipeline, but I wanted to give you something of value. And when you watch what Mike was doing, yes, you can go off and build it yourself manually, or you can download the theme now, import it into your system, and it's all built for you, and then just have a play around with it. So you're not having to spend the time putting the code onto the pages. But there's, you know, we're here for you guys. What other developers of products go onto a Facebook pages live and say, come and ask us questions? You know, if there's something that's bothering you with the products, tell us, because we want to be there to make sure it all works for you. We're here for you.
Thank you guys so much, Andrew. Thank you, George. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Don. Chris is the real deal. Absolutely. That's why I wanted to do an interview with him. I approached him, and
there's one more thing I was going to say actually to you guys. My own personal training is a few weeks away, because I'm focusing on getting everything updated in Lead Gen Magic. When I release the training course, it is a paid course, and on the week when I announce that, I'm going to give away one place on the course, and we use Daryl's Magic Wheel to give that away.
Okay.
Right. So early news there, but when the course is over the shoulder course, so those people watching this that want to be able to use my templates, Magic Page plugin, Lead Simplify, and also Daryl's Form, you need all those products to be on the course, but it's going to be over the shoulder. Do this, I'll wait for you. You do it. Now I'll do this, I'll wait for you. You do it, and that's how I'm going to do the course,
step by step.
Yep. So at the end of the course, you'll have a site built, all linked up to Lead Simplify, linked up to Daryl's Form, and I'm also getting content created that you can use on following me as we do it. So you'll end up with a built site that can be spun, and then if you choose to use it, you can, or you can go off and build your own at the end of it, and you'll have copies of all the training as well. And whoever gets on the first one will be invited to come back to the second one free of charge, to do a recap if you want, and then that's, after that you're on your own, but you can still see the replays of the videos. So
cool.
So there we go.
Awesome. Well, we're going to end the broadcast for today. Thank you guys for joining us for the Sunday Live, and we'll be keeping you informed if things come up during the week. Otherwise, join us again next week, or I might have a webinar also on Saturday, so working towards that. So awesome. Enjoy yourself, and enjoy the Super Bowl if you're watching that. Have yourself a great night.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.